kept my secrets in a shallow grave, counting all the words I didn't have the nerve to say. I watched you laugh from the edge of the room, a shadow leaning toward a flower in bloom. I was the ghost at your table, the breath in the hall, building a kingdom just to watch it all fall. I loved you in silence, I loved you in gray, I loved you in ways that the light couldn't say. While you were the music, I was the pause. I loved you without any right or a cause. Now the silence is heavy and the silence is true. It's the only thing left that I have of you. I memorized the way you say my name, as if saying it back would set us aflame. So I held my tongue till it turned into lead, keeping the forever tucked under the bed. You found a new hand to hold in the dark, while I sat in the cold, trying to catch a spark. They say if you love something, you let it go, but they don't tell you how the emptiness grows. My throat is a canyon, my heart is a stone. I'm a master of being together alone. I shouted your name where no one could hear. Now I'm drowning in echoes and one-sided fear. I love you in silence, I loved you in gray, I loved you in ways that the light couldn't say. While you were the music, I was the pause. I loved you without any right or a cause. Now the silence is heavy and the silence is true. It's the only thing left that I have of you. No headlines, no sirens, no crashing of waves, just a quiet goodbye to the heart that I saved. I'm still here, being quiet. I'm still here. I loved you in silence. still setting 2 plates at the table, watching the steam rise and fade into the grave. I reach for your hand like I'm finally able to catch a ghost before it slips away. The house is a museum of the things we used to be. Your keys are on the counter, but you're not here with me. I'm screaming at the walls until my throat is raw and dry. But the loudest part of loving you is the way I'm supposed to cry. Because the hardest kind of lightning never cracks the sky, and the deepest kind of river always runs bone dry. I'm breaking into pieces in this hollow, quiet town, but you'll never hear the wreckage when it's crashing down. No, you won't hear a thing when my world starts to drown, 'cause tears don't make a sound. No, tears don't make a sound. I saw you at the station, you were looking through the glass. I stood a foot away and watched 1,000 memories pass. You look so much lighter with that shadow off your back, while I'm still dressed in every shade of lonely, bruised and black. I wanted to say stay, I wanted to say please, but the words are just like winter air, they only make me freeze. Because the hardest kind of lightning never cracks the sky, and the deepest kind of river always runs bone dry. I'm breaking into pieces in this hollow, quiet town, but you'll never hear the wreckage when it's crashing down. No, you won't hear a thing when my world starts to drown, 'cause tears don't make a sound. If they felt like heavy rain, you know to bring a coat. If they rang out like a bell, you'll hear the final note. But they're just salt and water slipping down a tired face, leaving nothing but the salt lines that time cannot erase. So go ahead and breathe, go ahead and leave. There's no alarms ringing, nothing up my sleeve. Just a quiet kind of dying, a silence so profound. Yeah, I'm screaming underwater, the tears don't make a sound. They don't make a sound. The coffee's getting colder on your nightstand. I haven't had the heart to wash the cup. I still leave a little room for your right hand whenever the morning light starts waking me up. I keep the window cracked just a tiny bit, in case the wind carries the scent of your hair. I know it's a lie, but I'm living in it, because the truth is a weight that I can't even bear. And I'm still sleeping on your side of the bed, trying to catch the echoes of the things you said. The pillows are cold and the sheets are all straight, but I'm still holding on like it isn't too late. Yeah, the mattress is wide and the room is so wide, but I'm curled in the space where you used to hide. Half of my heart is already dead, and I'm still sleeping on your side of the bed. I find myself drifting toward the center, then I pull back like I'm crossing a line. Like your ghost is a room I'm not allowed to enter, like the space where you laid is no longer mine. I'm haunting the edges, I'm hugging the ghost of the person who loved me the hardest and most. Now I'm a stranger in a king-sized regret, trying to remember what I'm supposed to forget. And I'm still sleeping on your side of the bed, trying to catch the echoes of the things you said. The pillows are cold and the sheets are all straight, but I'm still holding on like it isn't too late. Yeah, the mattress is wide and the room is so wide, but I'm curled in the space where you used to hide. Half of my heart is already dead, and I'm still sleeping on your side of the bed. They say move on, they say it's just a room, but to me it's a garden that forgot how to bloom. I'd rather be lonely in the spot where you laid than be comfortable alone in the bed that I sleeping on your side of the bed. Yeah, I'm still sleeping on your side. The sun goes down and the shadows get tall. That's when the silence starts climbing the wall. During the day, I can stay in the light. I can outrun the memory. I can put up a fight. I can talk to the neighbors. I can work till I'm numb. But I know exactly what time the pain's gonna come. It waits for the sunset. It waits for the stars to tear off the bandage and show off the scars. 'Cause your name is a whisper that feels like a scream. It's the jagged edge of a broken dream. I can say it at noon and I'm doing alright, but your name hurts differently in the middle of the night. It's a ghost in the hallway, a weight on my chest, the one syllable that won't let me rest. Yeah, the sun finds a way to make it sound light, but your name hurts. God, it hurts tonight. I scrolled past a photo. I almost felt fine. Then I saw how your signature looks on a line. Just 5 little letters, a simple design, but they're tangled like thorns in this heart of mine. The moon is a spotlight on your empty chair, and I find myself calling out to the air, but the wind doesn't answer. The floorboards just groan, and I realize I'm saying your name all alone. 'Cause your name is a whisper that feels like a scream. It's the jagged edge of a broken dream. I can say it at noon and I'm doing alright, but your name hurts differently in the middle of the night. It's a ghost in the hallway, a weight on my chest, the one syllable that won't let me rest. Yeah, the sun finds a way to make it sound light, but your name hurts. God, it hurts tonight. I try to replace it with was or within, but I wake up and say it again and again. It's the prayer I don't mean, it's the secret I keep. It's the very last thing that I say before sleep, and it tastes like the salt and it feels like the rain. A beautiful word that's a synonym for pain. In the morning, I'll be stronger. In the daylight, I'll survive. But the 2 a.m. version of me is barely alive. Because the stars are too cold and the room is too weigh your pain. Yeah, your name just hurts tonight. Found the map where we traced out the lines of the cities we'd see and the hills we would climb. The ink is still dark, but the paper is torn, like a summer dress caught on a Saturday thorn. We had the ring picked, we had the date set. Now I'm just a ghost of a man you haven't met yet, standing on the shoreline of a life we didn't lead, watching the garden turn back into weed. We were the always, we were the end, we were the fire that would never be quit. I had the speech memorized in my head about walking together until we were dead. We were a heartbeat away from the light, a second from morn and then hit by the night. Yeah, we were the story that everyone read, but we closed the book right before the best thread. God, we were so close to the together we dreamed. We were almost forever, or so it seemed. I see a car in the distance sometimes, and I feel the old rhythm, the prose and the rhymes, but the melody's changed and the key is too high. Now we're just strangers who look at the sky. I wonder if you kept the key to the place where we promised we'd build out of shadows in space. It's a beautiful house that will never be built, filled with almost and maybes and if only guilt. We were the always, we were the end, we were the fire that would never be quit. I had the speech memorized in my head about walking together until we were dead. We were a heartbeat away from the light, a second from morn and then hit by the night. Yeah, we were the story that everyone read, but we closed the book right before the best thread. God, we were so close to the together we dreamed. We were almost forever, or so it seemed. Almost is a word that just cuts like a knife. It's the nearly and could have been haunting my life. It's the 9 out of 10 when you needed the full. It's the thread that snapped just as I started to pull. Just a word on a page, a bird that died young in a beautiful cage. I'm standing right here on the edge of the weed, looking at the person you're no longer with me. Yeah, we were the promise, we were the endeavor, we were so close. We were almost forever.